the end of World War II, 1945, Europe and Japan were in rubble. They were decimated from the war. America was not decimated whatsoever. And so we had basically a global manufacturing monopoly for a period of time. China was not in the equation. South Korea was not in the equation. India, Bangladesh, they were not in the equation. It was basically Japan, the United States, and Europe, two of which were just struggling to feed their citizens. And once they got that under control, it was like we have to rebuild the damage from the war. So America had about 20 years from 1945 to the mid-1960s of we have a manufacturing monopoly. And then we had 16 million US soldiers come home from the war. And there was so much pent-up demand for them to buy homes and washing machines and cars and radios and all these things. And all of them were built in America because nobody else could build them. And that created a really special time when, like, because we had a manufacturing monopoly, it was just like factories everywhere. We built up so many factories during the war. There was endless demand for those products. And this is an important part too. White collar workers during that period didn't make that much money relative to what they did before or since. And that was important because the wages that the blue collar manufacturing workers were earning felt great by comparison. So if you were an auto worker in Detroit and you compared your wage in 1955 to the local accountant or dentist or doctor, by comparison, relative to today, you're like, oh, it's pretty good. Yeah, the doctor makes more than me, but not that much more than me. You know, I drive a Chevy, he drives a Cadillac. His is a little bit nicer, but we're living mostly the same lives. And so I think that was a lot of the feeling of prosperity in the 50s and 60s was this very unique period of manufacturing monopoly as Europe and Japan were rebuilding. And by comparison to other workers, it felt amazing.